game. I'll start with the Dark Descent because I feel like that one would probably be first. I have the collection. Hopefully this game isn't that long. And I can beat one part tonight. Ah, it has autosave. You know it's long now. Shouldn't be chewing gum when I'm playing a horror game. I might choke on it. Welcome to the pause. Okay. Oh, Xavier.
What?
I don't want to play this game anymore. It says, the world of Amnesia is a dangerous place and you are extremely vulnerable. Do not try to fight the enemies encountered. Instead, use your wits, hide, or even run if necessary. What does using your wits mean?
It means be smart and take a second to think about what's around you.
If I'm being chased?
Yeah, even if you're being chased, you have to keep your wits about you, or else you're still as good as dead.
I don't want to play this game, but I want to play something that makes me have nightmares, even though I don't get nightmares. Guys, I am having this game so bright.
Well, you would have been at Kingdom Hearts 2 by now. In the tutorial, you would have had something that scares you.
Your face? Ooh. Between light and dark, it's really
Oh yeah, but that's not a lie though. The Kingdom Hearts community agrees that in Kingdom Hearts 2, the tutorial boss is literal nightmare fuel.
So it's scary?
Honestly, I think he's cool looking. It's his movements that are weird.
So it's scary.
It can be.
And because of its fight tool to set up the gamma correctly, below to do so, adjust it until the square at the right is barely visible. Oh, it's barely visible. Let's change that, shall we? Also, make sure to play in a dark room and wear headphones. Already doing that for the best effect. Let me turn up the volume so I can go deaf when I get jump scared. That is all. Hope you enjoy immersing yourself in the world of Amnesia. Fictional games. No. I was supposed to be playing with Nero. Hold on.
Oh yeah. In Jeffy RPG, they took out green beans as the party status seal.
What? Is it a party status debuff now?
Huh?
Is it a party debuff now? Well, no, it doesn't just heal everyone except for Jeffy.
Nope, they're no longer an item since Jeffy hates them. Instead, we now have refreshments.
I think it still should have been green beans, but everyone heals and stuff except for Jeffy.
Oh yeah, by the way, refreshments also heal 10% of your max HP when used.
I'm gonna join Nero on this.
Why are you not playing?
I'm joining Nero. My phone turned off. I'm joining. I cannot see that. It's too small.
Yes.
What?
What's it?
That's a commentary.
Oh yes! The exit commentary.
Xavier, I'm playing on normal because I'm a scaredy cat.
Cool.
I'm using my phone to light up the room with it. Don't worry, it's at lowest brightness. I'm so scared. Oh. Don't talk.
Shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is I am Daniel.
Being chased by the shadow. Yep, that's super real. Actually, no, this game says it's fictional. And Xavier, I'm about to be so immersed. Oh, wait, am I in control? Oh! The toe has been added to the journal. Make sure you check these whenever you get stuck. Oh! Follow the liquid trail and find its source. No notes. I don't know what that says. No diaries, okay. X jump, circled crowd.
Hi, my name is Thomas Grip, and I'm one of the co-founders of Frictional Games. I work with engine code, gameplay code, design, and many other things for Amnesia. In my commentaries, I will mainly focus on the design behind the different parts of the game. I hope you'll enjoy them.
Well, that's the way I'm supposed to go. This is horror game, so that means... I am not beating this game. I want this to be perfectly clear. I just wanted to be scared for like an hour. But now it's actually getting very dark.
The name of this level is Rainy Hall, and it's supposed to be a combination of atmosphere setter and tutorial for the player. We wanted the player to start the game in a slow way so they could settle in and get used to how the game works. Amnesia is not a game with constant action happening all the time, and we wanted to have a constrained map where the player gets used to this. The only thing you need to do is to follow the track and get to the end of the level. Also, following tracks is something that becomes very useful in later levels, so we try to teach players this from the start.
At least they're doing good. They're making it so you learn endgame stuff early game. The thing is, there's levels apparently. Xavier, can you please go into stream so I don't feel as vulnerable? Can you go into stream so I don't feel as vulnerable? I know it's not going to help, but I would like this.
Sure.
Hold on, chat. Alright, there we go. I want you to be scared too, and Xavier. I want you to be in.
That's 7 to 10 seconds behind you. I can just listen for your reaction, right?
I want you to be as. You can be scared though, right?
Possibly.
I just won't react for 10. No, no. No, I don't like the way those controls work. I don't like this.
Dude, you're barely started.
I know, but look at this.
I mean, it's a really nice looking game.
Yeah, for a 2015 game, it looks pretty nice, doesn't it?
It came out in 2015?
Yeah. What was saying right? They said it's not going to be action all the time, so that's good. Channels like environment.
I mean, if it is an action horror game, it does have to know when to be subtle.
I don't like this inventory. I'm not being in this game, chat. Ah. No, it probably won't have any enemies yet before I learn the controls, will it?
Probably not. I don't like that camera angle, though. How you're kind of tilted all the time.
I know, right? It wasn't like this a moment ago.
Maybe it's because you picked something up and you have weight on your character.
I just heard something down there. I don't like how opening stuff works. I'm gonna go open those things just in case I have to run. I don't know how to run yet. Okay, no, they're opened. I close one, and the other one I just go in. And I hold that one shut. Xavier?
Yeah?
This is why I don't play horror games.
Dude, you haven't... Nothing's happened yet.
I know, it's just so much scarier playing it than... I heard running.
Oh, and you might be approaching an enemy.
I don't like how everything started shaking. Oh, these are footprints.
Just now noticed.
Yes. Oh, nah.
Oh, you can peek around corners. Cool.
What happened to me? I don't want to go over there now. But I'm afraid that they did something behind me that if I go back, I die. How do people do this for fun? I'm turning my volume up. That was down.
If VR YouTubers can do it, so can you.
Hey, no. I am a wimp sometimes, okay? I hate...
So are most of them VR YouTubers.
Well, they do it because they're popular and they get the views when they do it. This video will get like 20 views in a year. No. Bye. I'm just not going over there. They can come over here. I'm not going over there. It's making noises like... Well, Xavier, be prepared to die. Well, I have to go in there. I'm gonna go in here.
Keep your wits about you and you'll be fine.
Meaning?
Keep thinking and stay calm and you should be fine.
I haven't been calm since the moment I loaded into this game. No, why is the side of my vision going like that? Why is my vision going like this?
It's a horror game, that's why.
I don't like that noise. Wait, I have to go that way. Why was that so loud? Chat, I might have to say adios to this game. I just stubbed my toe. So is this how I'm supposed to hide? I don't like not being able to see out of these. But I was. Well, I am. So I'm not going. So I just learned why I need to make fires. Wait, I have a slight headache. My health is all good. My sanity is a slight headache. I have a headache right now. That gave me a headache. Xavier?
Yeah?
What is this game doing to my actual mind?
Well, I mean, those are disorienting visual effects.
How do I get rid of this slight headache? I don't know how to run. Your dogs throw off their immersion. Oh, that was not me. Turn your dogs off. I need to hear something. Your dogs are going to be a liability to this.
This is one of the first levels that we created for the game, and it was initially part of the art test level, which we'll reach in a bit. Amnesia started out with a pretty different design, and when we redesigned it, the maps did not fit. This caused us to split them up and scatter them out. So in the first design, after this corridor, the archives level was supposed to follow, and the room lying there now was built much later. In fact, the first designs did not have Daniel waking up with an amnesia at all, and it was actually added later on. In the first story map, Daniel still had hidden memories, but he was unaware of this at the start of the story. However, as we redesigned things, we found the waking up with amnesia thingy, although a bit cliché, much more fitting.
Why did it give me the option to throw it? Is it still buffering? Xavier?
No, Nick, it's fine.
Great.
I'll be back.
No, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. Nah. Mm-mm.
Nick, Country House 22, that way is mine.
Huh?
I'm at house 22.
Come to me so you can pick me up in the car. I don't know where that is.
Where are you?
I am at...
Perhaps the main reason why the rest of the core team at Fiction and Games is pretty much forced to speak English at our internet, as I am the only non-Swedish here. Now, what a Spaniard is doing with a bunch of Swedish guys is a whole different story we won't be discussing today. By the way, I will be talking mostly about tools which people really like. The editors themselves went through a lot of design changes during the development. Not that many in visual appeal as in internal stuff, like data structures and handling. This happened mostly because at the beginning we only knew the basic stuff that needed to be in there, and as they grew in features and functionality, they started to kind of fall apart, mostly due to my big lack of previous experience in projects like this. Right now, aloud what the hell still sounds in my head when I look at some parts of the code, but I am still proud of them. They can also get a bit buggy at times, but hopefully this won't happen again in the future, and I already got some nice ideas for the next iteration of the tool.
The farm's owned by the restaurant.
I wish I could see more.
Right.
Actually insane. After this stream, I'm playing something nice and friendly like Elden Ring.
Or Kingdom Hearts.
Elden Ring. It's nice and happy.
Okay. Whatever you say. Killed it pretty much, yeah? And you just sitting there. Come on.
Alright, let's do this. Wait. Up the lantern when filled with oil can be used. Oh, I got a lantern, thank goodness. Whenever I die, chats, when the stream ends. I feel like I should let that be known.
This is one of the first levels that we created for the game, and it was initially part of the archive level, which we'll reach in a bit. Amnesia started out with a pretty different design, and when we redesigned it, the maps did not fit. This caused us to split them up and scatter them out. So in the first design, after this corridor, the archives level was supposed to follow, and the room lying there now was built much later. In fact, the first designs did not have Daniel waking up with an amnesia at all. And it was actually added later on. In the first story path, Daniel still had hidden memories, but he was unaware of this at the start of the story. However, as we redesigned things, we found the waking up with amnesia thingy, although a bit cliche, much more fitting.
Why can't I open this? This game reminds me a lot of Skyrim. If Skyrim was a horror game.
And I'm the writer for Amnesia, The Dark Descent.
Okay.
I think we can all feel the story kick-starting as we finish the letter from Daniel. The game itself is just filled with confusion, and I think we're really doing the player a service keeping it simple in the beginning. Basically try to take your revenge on Alexander. That is the premise of the game. You don't really need to dive any deeper than that, but hoping that the player will care about the story, they have the entire game in front of them to decide if they think killing Alexander is justified or not.
I don't really know what's going on, but I'll kill a guy if it means I cannot play this game. In a video game, I'll kill a guy, not in real life. Should make that clear.
19th of August, 1839. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there will be anything left after I consume this drink. Though, God willing, the name Alexander of Brandenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours, young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. His shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can. Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him. Your former self, Daniel.
Now where do I go? So sorry, Alexander. I cannot clean up this paint. Boom, no, no.
Are you mopping the floor?
I tried. Why?
No reason.
Got a problem with that?
No.
I made the mess. I should clean it up. I don't know the story yet. Maybe he's a nice guy that's... Maybe the Shadow's the bad guy that... You know, the thing chasing me? Imagine death via your own shadow. Xavier, I'm probably going to play this whole game.
Are you still in?
My phone died, so it's charging.
Nick,
What?
are you still in?
My phone died, so it's charging. I have a slight headache. This room was dark before. Where do I go? I did not like how bright that just was. I don't like where this is going, Xavier. Hello? Xavier?
Yes, Nick?
Why'd you go so quiet?
Because the dogs are barking?
Oh.
Hello, my name is Mark McKendon. I'm a 3D artist and level creator at Fictional Games. I started out as a helper during Penumbra Overture, and I was finally hired as a full-time artist in the later part of Penumbra Black Plague.
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brennenburg.
The entrance hall was first shown in our first gameplay trailer, and while the layout hasn't changed much, the details certainly have. We build our levels from sets of pieces, in this case, the custom-based set. While the carefully planned set pieces made level building very easy, the levels became very similar, and we had to make special pieces in levels. Now, 1.5 years later, special pieces make up about half of the pieces in custom-based set, and we made changes to incorporate these objects into the earlier levels. An example of this can be seen if you compare the hole in the roof now with the one from the first trailer. The new roof was made in the middle of the project when we built level 9 back hall. A special version was made to give the roof hole in the entrance hall more depth and detail.
Scattered throughout the game, you can see some signs written in Latin. The reason for using it is that it was considered a language of culture and science, as most scientific and philosophic authors wrote their works and treatises in it. As we are dealing with a castle dwelled by a pretty smart guy that has been around since the Renaissance period, Latin all around in the place was something we should respect. Being the only guy in the team that had a direct contact with Latin in high school, to be more precise, well, it was kind of logical that any translation to be done would have my name in it. Translating stuff into Latin was kind of... On a side note, we even had a Choose Your Latin poll on a couple entries, just to pick the one that sounded better for everyone. Results were pretty unanimous, by the way. For some final words on this, I must confess that, while I was pretty good at this in high school, that was like 15 years ago. So right now I'm not 100% sure translations are correct at all, but I took the time to make them as least possible. So my apologies go in advance to any Latin guru up there playing the game, as I myself get on the verge of losing my temper when I see stuff like this obviously made that.
Change it, we play until I can't play. Cause I'm out of oil.
Particle editor is also a fine part of the tool bundle, and it is what we use to create particle effects for maps and events. We use particles to do nice effects like the flames in torches and the smoke that comes out from them. All we have to do is add one or more particle emitters, set up some parameters like starting position and speed, on all sorts of fadings in size, color, or speed. It's funny how you can simulate all kinds of effects with such simple elements. I very much recommend you to try it yourself.
There should be more coop rats. Let us see. And one part aquavox.
You can read the pause video, read that if you want. I'm not here for the story, I'm here for the scares, so. Same here. 3, 2, 1. Alright. I need to be looking around for these. Almost out of oil.
If you haven't followed our development blog back when it started, you might have missed one of the biggest changes in our production pipeline. 2 years back, we started a toolset side project to ease and speed up the creation of content for the game. I'd say the level editor, which is what we, or more specifically James, Mark and Marty, have used to build all the halls and corridors you are working through right now, is the big star of the pack. It's working in a nutshell. While all the models and assets are actually made in software like Maya or Blender, everything geometry-wise in the levels is put together in it. Then lighting and 3D details like decals and fog are added in. While this approach might sound simple, really nice stuff and come out from it, as you can see in the game.
I really hope the shadow is just what drives you insane. Really hope I don't have to actually run away from it. Because if that happens, I'm pausing and I'm quitting and I'm deleting this game. That is not a joke. It's too dark to be doing this. Okay, it's bright in here.
May 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
That was a missed opportunity to put something in there. Now I know to look inside those.
To finish this little overview of our tools, I must mention the material editor, available both standalone and built
If you want to read it, pause it.
The program itself is very simple to use. You have some material types defined by the engine, and you can throw in textures to be used for diffuse, normal matte, height matte, as well as some variables to control specific parameters for a material type. When I was writing it, I could just stare while the preview model rotated around itself and the parallax mapping effect was only tested, just for fun. Another piece of the toolset is the model editor, used to create the entities you are interacting with while playing. Basically, we take a model and set up some parameters like physical bodies, joints, and user-defined variables. We can also attach sub-entities to them, like lights, particle systems. When an entity is finally set up, it is ready to be placed in a level using the level editor. Examples of entities here are doors, lamps, most furniture, greetings.
This level was changed a lot, and I think it's one of the most tweaked levels that we got. Not only was it part of the big archives level that we had to split up, but it was also hard to get engaging. The problem here is that we don't have any sort of fun mechanic that we rely on to make the game engaging. Instead, we rely on story, atmosphere, and environment. This is true for many other levels and the game as a whole, but this was kind of one of the larger levels that we made, and also one that didn't have much puzzles and such. So, when testing it, we quickly get bored with it, and we wanted to add more spooky events to spice it up. But then later on, testing proved that these events weren't that necessary, and we also felt that they were a bit lame and not fitting, so we decided to remove them. Then, the back part of the level, we wanted to make that a more linear experience, with the current player getting trapped and all, forcing the player to solve the destroy wall and find secret door puzzles. Previously, testers often missed that they can solve these problems. The level is now very different from the early designs.
We can get this.
17th May, 1839. My hand trembles as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulations, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen.
Elden Ring has
Despite
stated.
their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
Imagine getting trapped. Couldn't be me. Did get it? Because I'm trapped right now. Why? That?
I'm back.
Hi.
Well, I mean, I've been back for a while. I've just been watching Kitchen Nightmares.
I've been scared by myself and you've been there the whole time. I heard a noise behind me and I turned around and then there was just a dust of smoke there. Somewhere bright.
Is it just going to be banana muffins or banana nut muffins? Banana nut muffins.
I've learned how to run.
When I started writing, I had only outlined the framework for the story and the first few levels in the game design document, so I ended up finalizing a lot of material for the first levels, and then when those were done, we planned out the last 2/3 or so. This had a funny effect since I had to not only cater to the story, but to stay true to the stuff I had written for the first levels. Usually you can go back and forth while writing and change things, but if you have already recorded voices, you really shouldn't because of costs. So the first text really shaped the
Please
rest of
don't
the
make
material
loud
in an
noises when I'm
interesting
playing
way,
horror
and made
games
them
out of
matter in a
nowhere.
way I hadn't thought about. I really like how this thickens the story elements, as I am able to jump back into the material and keep using and reinforcing certain concepts. Agrippa is of course the most extreme effect of this method, which grew from a small reference to becoming one of the most important characters in the game.
Chat, I'll be right back. I need a pee now. I just got so scared I almost peed myself, so I'm going to eat. I didn't go pee yet, but I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm going to go pee. Come on, Nira, go in the game. That's fine. Na 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 zi na na ha na na ha na na. Don't take a face yet. Wait until I. Why now? Someone can go and see. But oh wait. Hi stream, hi Xavier. Hey yo, what the frick? Someone hit me in the tycoon and they said, bruh, I didn't mean to hit you. And I said, good. Alright chat, back to dying. So I'm pretty sure the shadow that's chasing me, I think it might just be, you know, the hallucination. The thing that makes all this stuff. I think I just have to look at it and I'm fine. The drop, baby, not, no, 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 no. How much oil I got? I got a bit. I would like to have more, but I'm not complaining with how much I have. It's more than 0. Xavier, I just fell through the ground.
May 1939. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That is when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light.
I have to walk towards the light.
It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light.
Nero doesn't know what the word truce means.
Right.
Why am I doing this?
I reached out, closing in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety. Grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most...
Chat, if it's obvious, I have no clue where I'm doing.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Come on, Nick, I'll be right back.
Okay. Made right here a safe spot. Get him. Want to read it? Go ahead. Just remember, pause the video. I'm giving you enough time to pause between pages. Get going. Waste stuff in here. At least I have a spot to make my insanity stay at a good level. It's good to know that I'm looking for stuff like that. If the game is just going to be this the whole time, I think I'll be fine.
Yarg.
Hi.
So how you doing? Is anything trying to murder you yet?
When the ship
What?
arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
What, Xavier?
Just find
Has
time
anything
anyway.
tried to murder
Let's do
you
what we
yet?
can.
There
No,
isn't much
this
to be
is
done about
has a
yours.
lot of
You should
puzzles and I'm
reinforce
trying to
these
figure one out.
structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us,
Also, YouTube is
especially
saying that this game
downstairs.
came out in 2010, not
Here,
15.
and there.
Well, the
Let's get
game
servants
says
working
it
on
came out at 2015, so...
No, remember, games always show the latest year that they were updated.
This is the collection, it came out after.
Okay, so the game you're playing came out in 2010, but the collection came out in 2015.
Yeah, this...
Yeah.
I think I might just be done with it. I've calmed down. Because I've realized it's really not bad.
Okay.
So chat, I'm gonna sit on this couch. Wish I can go in third person, but that's the end of the stream. Okay, so, goodbye.
Man, there's still a dungeon we gotta do in Destiny 2.